things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the LSU Fighting Tigers, Baton Rouge and Tiger Stadium. As we'll see the number 12 team in the country, the Boise State Broncos, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the LSU Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. The Broncos will get us underway with the opening kickoff. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So LSU's offense will have the football first. We have got a tremendous matchup between these two running backs, both stars in their own right, and David, both ready to make a huge impact.
I mean, how fun is it to have two guys, one on each side, when they have the football, like they can go the distance. Just dynamic speed, great vision. These defenses are in trouble because these guys can touch it a bunch of different ways, and Palmer, they can hit home runs from anywhere on the field.
And I think what makes them really unique too, David, is that they're very versatile guys. Both guys can run between the tackle box. They can take it outside. They can both catch the football as well. So,
and the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
Terrible way to start this game if you're on offense. You've given up 2 straight negative plays. You ran the ball on first down for negative yards, and then you take a sack now on second down. That tells me this offensive line has got to wake up. You knew this was physically going to be a challenge, but you've got to get ready to go, and you've got to fire off the ball because going backwards ain't going to get it done.
And these coaches have these play sheets over there on the sidelines, and there's so many calls they want to call, and they want to make explosive plays, but you got to protect your QB, and he's already been sacked. Now he's hit again. Like, they've got to protect him up front if they want a chance of doing damage on the offensive side of the football.
LSU will bring the punt team on the field. Having to kick it away after a 3-and-out's not what they had in mind. Hand goes into the air for the fair catch, and the catch is made around the 40. The Broncos offense will go to work for the first time today. And the story is going to be in this one. Will this quarterback be able to operate before that big fella on the defensive front gets right in his grill, Jesse?
And listen, he's one of the best quarterbacks in the country, but he better play with the clock in his head in this one. He's not going to have a lot of time. There were a lot of quarterbacks around the SEC that probably felt this way back when they played the Georgia Bulldogs and David Pollock, right?
Yeah, especially those real teams with Jordan Davis and Nolan Smith and Jalen Carter. But, like, here's what's fun. You can't throw the ball off your back. And that's what this guy's going to try to do. Get to the quarterback, affect him. The bottom line is every quarterback becomes really human when you hit him. Can he hit him and make him hit him?
Got enough for the first down and wants more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Fires to the tight end. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
Fires downfield. Complete downfield. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. And the Broncos have it in scoring position on first and goal. Dropping back, it's Velez. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. Now second and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. They'll run it here on third and goal. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown.
I think what you love about that opening drive for the offense is the balance. They were able to throw the football to set themselves up into position, and then he carries it in for the TD. You got to be able to keep defenses on their heels, and they did a nice job of that on this opening drive.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. So that's a 59-yard touchdown drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Creates a little room. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
And that is priority number 1 for defenses. Get to the quarterback, affect him, get hits on him. They do it right here, get their first sack of the game. Last game, by the way, last time.
And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Finds the tight end. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. No fair catches here, looking for room. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. The Bronco offense back out there ready to give it another spin. Already a solid start to this one, now back to work with this 7-0 lead. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Takes a handoff. It's Walker. He's stopped for no gain again. Back-to-back runs, and they have nothing to show for it except facing a 3rd and long. Trying to pick up a first down. Wants to throw. It's Velez. Quickly to the tight end. Ball bounced right to him, and he's on the move. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. Trying to do it on the ground. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
I think a lot of people in the stadium are questioning, why are they going for it on 4th and 1 in their own end of the field at this point of the game, but the gamble paid off.
Grabbed behind the line. It's Gadecki. He'll step out of bounds just short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49 after a good pickup on that play. The Broncos with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Wants to go up top. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting...
There he goes. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42.
Well, as a defense, you know this is going to be a challenge every time you face this offense. They're one of the 25 best in the nation at getting first downs because they can pick them up in a variety of ways, including running the football. You have got to be physical when facing off against this offense.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Back to pass. Fires to the middle. Wide open downfield.
My goodness, this offense has got it rolling. They might put up a 50-burger. This defense, they don't have any answers right now. They're going to have to figure something out.
They'll run it to the right. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
We've reached the end of the period. Boise State has the lead. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. Bunch formation for these receivers. Motion from the wide receiver. To the air, it's Velez. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
That's a throw the quarterback would like to have back. He forced that one into double coverage. That means somebody else was wide open. The quarterback really needs to be better moving forward, working through his progressions.
The give from the gun. He gets it inside the 20 to the 19, but they still have a ways to go, and it'll be fourth down. They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. And that will extend their lead even further.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. Off the play fake on first down. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. These guys are bringing serious heat. They are like sharks swarming and just getting after the passer. Off the play fake. Lofts one high and deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on second down. The third down's coming up. Offense in a bunch formation. Corner's going to give them room. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. LSU will bring the punt. On the field. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Hauls it in, looking for space. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he's stopped. Boise State ready to send out that offense. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake, but maintain your aggressive play calling.
Yeah, no doubt. I think it's the play caller right now, just taking a look at that script he's got in front of him and finding out where are my playmakers, who can we take advantage of on this defense to get a touchdown here, Bob.
Yeah, and just keep moving the ball down the field. Just execute a little bit better in the red zone. There's no need to panic. We're moving the football, and we got the lead.
They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge third down coming up to throw. It's Velez. Snags it over the middle. And he'll go down, but he has enough for the first down.
There's a reason third down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at third down percentages. It tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins a football game.
He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. And the Broncos are on the move. motion. They'll leave it with him. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And defense nowadays, they don't look at stats of what is the yards per rush. They look at how many negative plays they can create. Because why? Now you look at second down, man, it just became very predictable for this offense. Nice job creating the loss on first down.
Turning it on. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
Well, you know who's got to love this offense picking up so many first downs? It's their own defense. David, I know you love playing on teams with great offenses.
Finds his man in the middle. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Send the tight end in motion. Out of the gun to give to the back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a ball.
We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And for the second time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise.
Well, everybody in the stadium thought that was an automatic 3. Not so fast. Bad miss by the kicker.
They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the right. Lots of room to run. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown LSU.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Back to pass, it's Velez. Quickly out to the tight end. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring... and 4. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on first down, setting up an easier second down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big game. It makes life really easy on that second down.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
Looking to throw on third. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. They booted away on fourth down. Fields the button looking for daylight. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. wasting no time throwing on this drive. Pressure in his face, and he lets it fly. Laundry down on the field as the pass is incomplete, but let's see what the penalty is. That costly penalty will give this offense a new set of downs. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. To the air on first down. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands. So now it's second and long. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Finds a little space. And this one will be stopped for no gain. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this third down play. Clock running. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll take the deep shot. Makes a catch at the 15. Running free, going to the end zone, but way back behind him, there's a flag on the field. And that is a punch right in the gut to make a play like that and have a penalty wipe it out. The D thinking bring some heat on third and long from the 44. They'll go right back to the run. Across the 45. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. And they're running out the kicker to give it a try. He says he can kick one from 75, but here he's going to need just 58 of them. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. LSU trying to convert a fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. And they are stopped on fourth down. That decision will be questioned. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Looking to pass. It's Velez. Fires to the big fella. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Looking downfield, and time is running short. Grabbed over the middle. It's Gadecki. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. Just a few seconds to go here in the first half, and they'll send out the field goal team. He's going to have to get into this one a little bit from 47 yards away. And this one splits the uprights. They double their lead up to 6 here in the third quarter. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. LSU ready to boot it away and open this second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Boise State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. And he can't connect on the throw. It's incomplete.
All right, that's a good result for the defense. We knew coming into this year they wanted to really improve their pass defense and their secondary and coverage. Nice job there.
On third and long, try to convert through the air. It's complete on the right side. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37. The Broncos come to the line with a new set of downs. Takes the handoff. It's Walker. Breaks into the open. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. This drive's been productive so far. Already picked up a couple of first downs. Now out close to midfield. Quarterback making checks. They're going to ride this running back. And he runs into a wall. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. And the Broncos kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Here's the handoff. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Back to throw. It's Velez. Flips it out on the screen. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
And he didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If he could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
They'll try to bully their way for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
I'll say, watching this offense this year, one of the things you have to be really happy about is their ability to move the sticks. This is one of the top 25 offenses in the country in getting first downs. That running back is one of the biggest reasons. He is a weapon.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
From the gun, running back gets the give. Powers forward, but stopped after a pickup of 2 to the 24. That's the end of the quarter, and Boise State has the lead. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary. With a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this 3rd down play. Smithers into space. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
That's a big drive for this offense in the 4th quarter. Now to take a 2-possession lead, you got the other offense where you want them. Now you get to rush the passer, make them pass a little bit more, and don't give up those big plays. You're in a really good spot now.
And he'll bring it out of the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
Good start to this drive, and they'll need much, much more if they're going to give them a finish.
They need a ton more of this, but you got to start the drives great. The first play needs to be really good. That was a good start. Now we got to keep building on it, and we got to do it in a hurry.
Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Unfortunate with that incompletion, the quarterback and his intended target not on the same page.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Unloads to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He's close to the 1st down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. When a defense is in zone coverage, Jesse, they want to react. How do you react to a howitzer coming out like that one?
Not much you can do because this guy's got a cannon. You saw all the eyeballs on defense on that play. They were waiting and anticipating that throw, but When you've got an arm like that, it's going to be tough to stop that curl route.
Wants to go up top on first down. But it's incomplete, and this sophomore quarterback usually makes that throw every time. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Got his man in the middle. And he didn't have a whole lot of operating room after the juke. Not much room to run. The Tigers will hustle to the line. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Couldn't quite haul it in. They almost had their first pick here late in the game. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll take another shot here. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. And that decision will be questioned for a while. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. He's knocked down at the 34, but they're sort of hitting them in the mouth with a 6-yard pickup there. The Broncos with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. The gift to the tailback. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Interesting to see the ripple effects after this one in the SEC today, fellas. Texas A&M found a way to pick up the W, and a win is a win, but this was not the type of convincing victory they've gotten used to in College Station. Each week in the SEC, the tests are just so tough. And we found that out today again, guys, with another good team taking one on the chin.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time. It put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it. They rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, and you're better on 3rd down moving forward, though. You can keep yourself out of those situations.
Throws to the wideout. Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
And watching this offense the past couple weeks, man, everything's hard. And they got to find a way to get some easier routes, some quicker throws, some higher percentage things because they're just not hitting at a high clip. And they got to find a way to make things easier and alleviate some pressure off their feet.
Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. They just keep firing. A deep throw as the clock winds down. He'll work his way down to the 28. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. They'll give it to the back. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Makes the grab on the left. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Fires to the end zone. And it's caught for the late touchdown. So how about this? Maybe we are set up for a finish.
And listen, still a ways to go, but great job by this offense getting you back in the ball game. Now, we got a one-possession game. We've got our score. We did what we're supposed to do. Now, how do we get this stopped? Now, the defense has to come up big and get me the rock back.
Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it. Knocked down way behind the line of scrimmage. They'll call it a 9-yard loss. They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. Motion from the back. Snap to the back. And he's very fortunate to get it back to the line of scrimmage, greeted by a sea of defenders. They'll use a timeout here. You have to be certain at this point in the game. Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. Fires to the wideout. On target over the middle. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. They were counting on making a few yards after the catch on third down. Instead, they're staring at 4.
Yeah, and I think a lot of times you trust your guy. You throw it to him and you say, I can make somebody miss or lower my shoulder and get to the sticks. The defense had none of that. Nice job tackling. Nice job forcing the fourth down.
Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. Trying to keep the drive alive. He cannot get there. A fourth down stop, and now, boys, we might just have a finish. Wants to throw on first down. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
It's really hard to dial up big completions vertically down the field. At this juncture in the game, it's the fourth quarter, and the defense is playing with extra DBs on the field. They know you're going to throw it. Ball falls incomplete.
Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
Man, this late in the game, it's go time. I got to have a score. I'm not worried about downs. I'm going through my 2-minute script. We know what's coming. We practiced this all week. It's second down, incomplete pass, go to third down. If we need to go for it on fourth down, this offense just has to keep that high energy up and try to run these plays fast.
Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be fourth down.
What a fantastic job by the defense that time, forcing the incompletion. They've got the lead late, setting up fourth down. Can they come up with one more stop? If they get it, they might win this game.
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Looking for more room. The 20. And he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Boise State. They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start. Guess they wanted to make sure they rubbed a little salt in the wound here down the stretch.
And it's your job to stop it. Keep playing football. I like it when the offense keeps the foot on the accelerator. It's your job. If you don't like it defensively, do something about it.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Going right to work up top. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
Well, the quarterback off target on that one. And in this 2-minute situation, you've got to be able to call and run passing plays that you feel like you can run in your sleep.
Just couldn't find a hole in this defense. They were ready for him and forced him out of bounds, and no gain on the play. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. On third down, he drops to throw. Pressure coming. And that is how we will wrap this one up. Guys, this is a really good win for this ball club as they put together consecutive victories.
And this season, that's what you got to do.